Welcome to Party and Chat, your weekly recap of our Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. Watch us live at twitch.tv/Nyaron. Whoop! Session 21, not quite the end then it turns out. Close, but not quite.
Not yet. It's the penultimate.
Yeah. We are literally down the stairs leading to the big boss.
Yeah.
To the Netherite Brain. Oh boy, Netherite Brain. A lot of things happened today. Started with a little palette cleanser. Want to kick Cazador's ass?
Yeah,
Poor
that's
Cazador.
great.
He had time to do absolutely nothing. He was dead by like turn 2.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we came prepared. We had like sunbeams and a lot of like secret damage and everything.
Why would you hit his poor slaves? I tried to avoid them.
Oh, Cazador rolled a 23. It would be a shame if I turned it into a 7. Goodbye.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a shame he didn't because the little minions had a thing like if he
If he consumes 3 of
used
them.
them, he would ascend. I was like, oh, that'd be kind of at least cool to see, but it just didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, he was going to ascend and become immortal and everything, and just again turn to dead. I guess I did say it. Okay, I think we are just a bit too strong now for those companion quests. But hey, then it was time. It was time to confront the brain. Didn't go as we planned. It turns out we wanted to control the brains with the Netherite stones. It was all a ruse. Brain. It knew what we would do before we even thought about it. That's what it claims. It's claiming. The whole letting the Emperor escape the control of the Chosen. That's what it's planned. Letting the Chosen know about Orpheus was also part of the plan.
By eliminating Ketheric, Orin, and Gortash, you have simply unbound me. Exactly as I intended. The crown is now mine to command.
So yeah, we failed in stopping the brain. It started the invasion of Baldur's Gate. It's not looking good. At least the city is not looking good. It's going to take a while before the city recovers, that's for sure. Everything is on fire, a bunch of people could turn into mind flayers. Not looking good.
Jeez. Look at that.
It's calling for reinforcement.
We don't like to see it.
But say, we also finally had our talk with the Emperor, and could have gone better, let's be honest. Could have gone better. He basically gave us 2 options. 3 options, I should say. 2 options. Either we give him the stone, or we turn into a mind flayers and doing ourselves. Because apparently a mind flayer is the only person who can stop the brain now that he has ascended.
I have assessed our encounter with the Netherbrain from every angle. I know why we failed.
Yeah.
The problem was not the stones. The problem was you.
Oh,
You can
convenient.
make only one move at a time, but the Netherbrain calculates every possible move at once. It knows what you will do. It knows everything you could possibly do. You cannot outmaneuver it.
Us regular mortals don't have enough power. Stop the brain now, so we need an illithid with the stone, with the power of the stones to stop the brain. So either told us turn into an illithid or trust me with the stones. To which I stuck to my original plan, which was always to free Orpheus as soon as we got the hammer.
Yep.
Which the Emperor took very badly, and basically said if we are going to be on the losing side, he might always just join the winning side, and left. Bit rude, if you ask me, but...
Well, very rude.
I always had a problem with the Emperor from the start. He's always we need to trust each other, we need to, everything, we are a team, blah, blah, blah. And then you suggest an idea that's different from his, and he's like, what, fuck you, I'm leaving. Yeah, that's not what a team is. Also, I guess I'm not really surprised, considering what happened with, Ensure, his dragon best friend, which he pretty much did the same thing, he just walked away from him. So yeah, I'm not really surprised he's doing the same thing to us, to be honest. This guy has a history of just leaving people behind and doing whatever he wants. But hey, we freed Orpheus.
You fornicated with a mind flayer.
Oh, hey, calm down.
My
So true,
honor
Master.
guard. Nonetheless, seems we must be allies.
We do.
You may address me as Your Majesty.
Okay, King.
He was not really happy about it, or not very. I don't know. I don't know how to say this. Pleased to be freed by people already infected with parasites.
No, especially not by a couple of us who had, in his words, fornicated with an illithid.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Looking at me and Brooke.
Yeah, not casting names or anything, but yeah.
Teehee.
He agreed that we basically don't have a choice. I'm actually impressed that he knew everything that was happening already as soon as we freed him. I don't know how that works. Like, did he have like vision of everything the whole time he was protecting us? I'm not entirely sure that works. But basically, we had no choice. He was either he turned into a mind flayer or one of us had to turn into a mind flayer. And he basically made the choice to turn himself into a mind flayer, despite mind flayers being the one thing that his people hate the most. And also him being like the hero of his people that was going to free them from the control of Blackheath. He still decided to sacrifice himself to save Faerûn, not just Baldur's Gate, I guess. The entirety of Faerûn from this new menace. The Prince of the Githyanki turned himself into an illithid, and he's now helping us in battle against the Brain. It's all weird because I feel like it all happened very fast. Like, we freed him, we talked for like less than a minute, and he was like, we don't have a choice, I'm turning myself into an illithid to save the world. I'm just like, okay, okay, let's go. Don't have time, I guess. And then we met with everybody. All the people we have helped along the way were waiting for us to save the town, save the city. I had my moments. I burst in through the door just at the right moment. Did a little inspirational speech. And then we were off. We were off fighting our way to the Elder Brain. And that's pretty much where we stopped today. Just at the edge of the final battle.
Yep.
I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the gist of what happened today. Very, very cool. Very excited for the final confrontation with the Elder Brain.
Yeah.
It's all been for this. Well, all been for this. Actually, not really. The consequences of our own actions, I guess. We thought we were doing the right thing by trying to control the Brain. Turns out the Brain just wanted us to free it.
It was all its master plan.
That was a plan within a plan within a plan.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of dumb adventurers who followed along, did exactly what he wanted. But it's fine. We still have to correct everything, and blast some things along the way. Speaking of blasting, I think it's time. Favorite moment of the session. Who wants to start?
I can start. Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah. I was just gonna say, probably my favorite part is when we went into like the building where like everyone was there. And it was just like so epic to see all our like friends that we've met along the way all just coming together to help.
Today we fight for... Hello! You waited to
You're
enter.
late, friend.
You're late. I'm
This
never
is the
late. A
one you
wizard's
spoke of.
never late. You
The
write
very
precisely
same.
when you need to.
The champion we've been waiting for.
I'm glad you said
The
that.
one who will save Baldur's Gate from ruin. I have marshaled the best the Flaming Fist has to offer. We will fight to the
Good
last.
to see you alive and welcome,
The
sir.
Moon Maiden's silver light is a shield in
Isabel.
dark times.
It's a favorite
Oh,
lesbian
It
couple.
is mine to wield.
my
and I
favorite
hold her
lesbian.
Yes.
It's very epic. It's like a very good way to
yeah.
make an epic conclusion.
Yeah, it just like kind of made me
the
tingle, and
uppers,
it's great.
the Duke, like everybody's there.
Yeah, I wasn't too bothered about the Duke, but just like Dame Alien and Isabel and obviously
they came back as they
Jurgen.
promised.
Yeah, it's just so it was so cool.
Can't
Just to
wait
be-
to call for their help during the final battle. And hopefully the body dies. Oh my god, imagine if Isabel dies during the final battle.
Oh my
no,
gosh,
she's not
don't
going
even.
to die.
I don't think I could live with this. after everything we went through to keep them together.
Yeah.
Well, Brooke,
Yeah, I was gonna say it was pretty similar. Like, it's nice to have Jurgen back on the team, as it were.
Oh,
He's always
boy.
a funny character to see. But yeah, I
Little
liked.
rabbit.
Yeah.
Whatever strength I have to lend, I will lend it. I will make my city proud again. You can count on me, little rabbit.
Yes,
Yeah,
I thirst for the hunt.
Nice to see how we've moved through a lot of these encounters, as they're not in any way too difficult.
Yeah, they're not too difficult, and it feels good too. There is a lot of enemies, and we are still able to walk through them relatively unbothered. Although I did get
like
absolutely punched in the face by a paladin or something. But hey, again, I'm a squishy wizard. If somebody gets to melee range, I think it's normal to get a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah, it's like the Cazador fight. It was a lot of enemies, but they were pretty weak, so it was nice to see that we didn't get overwhelmed there. Then it was easy to kind of squish them. But then the that last little fight where you had some decent enemies, and a lot of them.
Bunch of actual mind flayers and horrors and just an army of goblins coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, with some clever positioning and abilities and everything, we managed to whittle them down quite quickly.
Yeah, good fights, good fighting.
Yeah.
Gen Zero?
Yeah, I feel like today was a lot of kind of story and wrapping it up. So I kind of agree with everyone else in that it was really cool to see everyone in that room, and especially, obviously, my favourite couple, Dame Aelin and Isabel. But, like, I did also enjoy the Cazador fight, and for context, in another life, me and Morphos had a real time with that fight. So doing it again and for us to just wipe the floor quite instantly was really satisfying for me. I was like, yes, I have grown as a player. Yes, I have made a good character, and we've all made good characters, and we know what we're doing and can actually do it.
Yeah.
So that was a cool experience to redo that, and obviously to have helped Astarion. For Astarion! Murder him. Oh.
Critical damage, critical damage.
He stands no chance. Oh my goodness, he's gone into his coffin.
He's in his
dead.
tomb.
Although he wasn't too pleased, I managed to persuade him that I was doing it.
I will say you took it surprisingly
for him.
well compared to like the reaction of some of the companions before. I felt like
But
he
it
actually
do
said thank
be.
you.
It do be because I'm so persuasive though, because it would have been a hard check because it was like 18.
Yeah.
But I'm just, well, look at me. I mean, you know. But yeah, there was a lot today. We covered a lot of sort of like story ground, and it was yeah, it was cool to do things differently, especially with like I say with the Cazador fight, but also in another life, me and Morphos decided to kill all the vampire spawn, which I at the time wasn't really sure whether to do or not, and yeah, we obviously did that differently this time, and it's not a big impact on our game or anything, but it's just nice.
That's actually something that I failed to mention earlier. When we got rid of Cazador, we actually decided to free spawns that were imprisoned
they're
into
going
the
to the
crypt.
Underdark.
Because it was again I forgot their name, the hunters. The Montaster said that wasn't really a good. Yeah, that wasn't really a bad or good decision.
Yeah.
In all this, it's just like kill a bunch of innocents that have been turned into vampires against their will, or let them leave, and maybe we just killed a bunch of innocents by freeing a lot of vampires.
It's a grey area, isn't it? It's
exactly.
That's the kind of stuff that I like, though. The kind of grey decision making.
And also, as I did say, worst case scenario, we'll take care of it. It's our decision, and if there is a vampire problem, I guess it's kind of our fault and we'll have to deal with it. Well, for me, I don't know. Yeah, the Cazador fight just like in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
There's always something so funny about seeing somebody coming in like all high and mighty. Cazador Sar, the immortal. 12 seconds later, he's hiding in his coffin, completely beaten up. There's something quite satisfying about this. I'm just happy that we freed the prince. And Voss' reaction was, well, not so much Voss' reaction, but also the words of the prince to Voss were pretty cool.
Orpheus, my prince. What's become of you?
The grand design must be ended.
A sacrifice had to be made.
And we're all
duty
too
fell
selfish
to
to
me.
end up a withered squid.
I am not long for this world, or any other.
What of Vlaakith? What of our liberty?
You underestimate your own people. Their imaginations have kept the name Orpheus alive for millennia. Bring them my message. Tell them my fate. Some will doubt. Some will mock. But some will listen. And the spark will be lit.
Like the
Yeah.
like, you underestimate your own people. Just spark the flame of revolution. Just like there's something very cool about this, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
that was a
cool.
really cool conversation.
Even though you had to sacrifice everything to turn into everything he hates, he's still there for his people. I think he's a very cool character. Too bad that we only see him for a very short period of time.
Yeah.
I kind of have to wonder what would have happened if we got the opportunity to free him earlier than that. But hey, as he did say, like if we had freed him at the very beginning, nothing would have happened. Because apparently he already knew that this was going to happen somehow. Again, very curious about how he's all like not omnipotent, but he does feel like he's a bit, you know, more knowledge. Like for somebody who's been locked in a little like polyhedron for a very long time, he's increasingly aware of everything that has happened. Final battle against an unstoppable opponent. That's going to be fun.
The Never Brain.
Yeah.
A new god, essentially. We did everything we could. We reached the maximum potential of our powers. And it shows, as I said, like the fight with Cazador is a perfect example of how powerful the whole group has become. So yeah, I think it's going to go great next time when we're going to save Baldur's Gate. Unless it's the end and we all die. And then it's the end of Faerûn. And yeah. You know, no pressure or anything. It's either we succeed or we all turn into little tentacle worms. At least the plus side is we still all be together, so hey. Anyway, on that sweet note, full of hope and and everything, I think that's it. I think it's time to say goodnight to everybody and to see you next time for the final battle. Final confrontation.
Indeed.
Good night and
Good night.
sweet dreams.
Night.
Yeah.